it is time to summon on the new Bridal banner. I'm very excited about this banner. I think this banner is just a lot of fun. My goal for tonight is really to get Embla. I'd love to get Lapis and Sharena as well, but Embla is definitely the major goal in here. Let's go ahead and jump in, talk about the banner a little bit, answer some questions, just have a nice little time. One thing I'm really not going for is Nell. I mean, Nell's fine, but I didn't really care about the DLC, so. And also she's a demote. But if we get her, that's fine too. Anyway, this banner is really interesting because I've seen a lot of different opinions on it. Like, you know, some people like screaming that the end of times have shown up and like, right, stuff like that. But then you also just have people like, this is just a Gale Force banner, which is kind of where I'm at too. And then I have other people, you know, very conflicted on like where Sharena will fit into the meta, like Summer Duels wise and Ether Raids wise. So it's very interesting to see how this banner kind of lands. Definitely interested to see that. But personally, I do think that like Embla is the most valuable unit on this banner. Sharena is going to be very, very good, don't get me wrong. But I think Embla offers support that's really, really good. And if you've been playing Fae for like more than a couple weeks, you probably already know this, but support units tend to age the best. They are the units that will like actually stand the test of time. And so typically you want to go for that. Why can't I remember? Okay, Red's Lapis. And the thing about I didn't really talk about in my video too with Embla is that she can also charge down AoEs. And so if you have a unit with Slaying and they're paired up with Embla, essentially all you have to do is like put the Marth Ring on them and then they have an instant AoE special. And then she can even help charge it the next turn, right? Which is really, really strong because you're also getting like, you know, feud support and anti-safe support as well. So it's very interesting. The other thing too is, and this is something base Embla can do, but Embla has the ability to neutralize penalties, right? At the beginning of her turn. And so like, if you are using her in SD against like Fallen Leon, who's everywhere, right? Or not Fallen Leon, sorry, Duo Leon. I always make that mistake. When he puts the debuff on her, she'll actually cleanse it herself. So if she has the highest speed on your team, you can kind of use her as a shield to protect your other units and herself, which is really cool. That's something base Embla can do as well, but base Embla is just not very good in SD. And we'll have to see if this Embla is good in SD. Melee Flyers can be good in SD, but they have to be like, they're meant to be kind of specific. They really want to run like the Soaring Guidance Rain combination, or they like are Legendary Alencia, right? So like, it's kind of the two combinations you're like, looking for. And Embla doesn't really fit into either because her C slot is where her preference skill is. So it kind of holds her back, in my opinion, from being able to run that. I have seen people talking about already replacing her C skill, which is kind of crazy because they're just using her as a cooldown support. But it'll be interesting. I'm very, very interested to see what people do with Embla. I think she's going to be really, really good in Ether Raid's offense. I think she's going to be really, she might be good in SD. We'll have to see. But Ether Raid's offense, like she's just going to like make Gale Force and hit and run insane. When it comes to Sharena, I think people, I've been talking to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are like really down on Sharena as like a Gale Force initiator, which is fine. But I really just see her as a Gale Force follow-up unit, and I think she does really, really well there, right? Now the thing, of course, is like you can't, when you're doing Gale Force strats, you only have that many slots in your team, and so it can be difficult to fit like, you know, another follow-up unit on your team. If you're running like triple mythic, and there's a bonus unit, you only get like one. A lot of times you want your dancer to be there, so if you don't have a dancer mythic, it's kind of difficult to fit them in. But I think Sharena will probably be worth it just because like you get 4 actions, right? And like between Winter Edelgard and Sharena, just those 2 units, you have 7 actions, which is just insane, right? So I think it will definitely be worth. We'll have to wait and see though. We'll have to do some testing. I'm pretty excited. I think this banner is just be kind of fun. The only bad thing about this banner is that it's coming right before Emblem Mike, so it is baiting me to spend orbs when I really, really need to be saving orbs. Because that unit is going to be probably pretty expensive because legendary mythic banners are very not nice to me typically. I don't think they're nice to really anyone, but they have some pretty terrible rates. So hopefully it's not too bad at the end of the month. We'll have to find out. We're not too far away now. There's Corin. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about that. Lapis is such a weird unit. I'm not going to even lie. Like her shared spoils effect. Like I said in the video, like I wasn't really sure 100% because they only gave us one example, but it just seems like she only applies it to the unit she doesn't kill, which is like really bad because you just wouldn't engage on that unit typically unless you're going to kill them, right? Like that's just how it works. Like I guess like if you're in like a weird situation where you need to like weaken a near save or something, then sure, but like it's very niche. It's very, very niche. So maybe in the future they have a way of giving out this debuff not after initiating combat, right? Like maybe it's like a at start of turn effect then it would be very strong because like, right, you don't have to like sacrifice a turn for it. But until then, I think it's kind of niche, and we'll have to see what people can really do with it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this banner. I think it's a cool banner. I'm just glad that like all the Sharena fans have been getting some love. We don't have to wait till like next year or anything like that. She actually showed up, so that's very cool too. Yeah, with that said, let's start some questions. We got a lot of questions still from like past banners to get through, so let's get through some of them right now. So this first question to be from Borcillionox. If burn damage caused the melt meta, what would be your prediction for the next meta? So this is interesting because I think we're already kind of seeing what it's going to be, right? With Duo Sather and now Duo Leon, right? And now we have Sharena. So it seems to be like action economy, like actual actions economy is going to be the next toxic meta. Essentially, we have units like Leon and Sather turning off turns, and then we have now Sharena and with her Elgard and some other units giving out turns, right? Like, and even Lapis as well, right? I forgot he was in the game. I don't think I have him. I mean, that's... Yeah, I don't. Okay. Take that. That's some flowers. Sure, why not? But yeah, so I think that's kind of where we're going now. It's kind of insane to even think we've reached that point in the game. Like, that level of, like, ridiculous power where, like, we can just give out free turns. And it's, like, just an effect in the game. And not only that, like, turning off turns as well, right? So... I think that's an X-Toxic meta. I would not be surprised if we get another character who kind of does the same thing that Sharena does, because she does have like a thing in her preference weapon that kind of says like, if this effect would happen at the same time, like it won't activate twice, which makes me think that is said there be just in case they decide to add that effect again, maybe even on Brave Alphons, right? So we'll have to wait and see, but I don't really like that direction, so it's definitely a toxic meta. Okay, we're like, how far? We're pretty far in already. Can we get like 1 unit, please, at least? That way I can at least have 2 units off the banner, please, game. My gacha luck has been actually insanely bad. Like, I have lost the last 6 50-50s in Genshin, and then like every one of my summoning sessions have been just poop, so please, game. Anyway, let's bring some luck with some of these questions. This will be from Room 234. If you can only fodder 1 unit to attune Peony, what unit would you pick? So... for me, the thing I really wanted to duplicate on Peony more than anything else was I wanted to get Bridal Siri from the codes and then give out Rain Snap, right? And I did do that. And I think that would be the 1 unit I would definitely just sack because Rain Snap is so rare. It's only on 2 units, I believe, right now. And it's so difficult to get, right? You can't really like fodder it except for duplicating it. Duplicating is like the only real way to get like a good amount of it going. And it's such a cool skill. So I think that would be the one thing I would definitely choose. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, please. Sharena. Also, Sharena and Veronica's art is so cute. I really, really like it a lot. Like, they hit it out of the park with that one. The Embla art, I'm not the biggest fan of. It doesn't look bad, but like, it doesn't... I don't know, it doesn't have like that same grittiness that her like base version does, which I really liked a lot. Really fit her personality. There's Ferdinand. Okay, let's do one from Chung Dave. If you are allowed to remove the most meta-relevant unit in Fae, who will it be? So essentially you're asking who is the most meta-relevant unit in Fae. I don't think there's like one most meta-relevant unit at the game. Maybe there is, but I think that I would essentially bring it down to 3 units, which would be Emblem Ike, who is like obviously the most powerful Omni tank in the game, just the most powerful tank in the game. And he definitely warps the meta around himself a lot. And then we also have Duo Robin, who's just... oh my gosh, that unit is beyond versatile and just insane. And then the one that I think everyone has on their mind, Duo Leon, right? Duo Leon has just completely warped the meta in such a disgusting way. It's been ridiculous. So many people I know have quit in Summoner Duels, which wasn't that many people to begin with because of that unit. So I think if I had to remove 1 unit, it would be Duo Leon, which really hurts because Leon is literally my 2nd or 3rd favorite Fire Emblem character ever, right? But he's been the definition of toxic, so probably Duo Leon. Emblem Ike's also definitely not healthy for the game either, but there's no way I would ever remove an Ike, so it's just not gonna happen. Oh man. Oh, get out of here, you piece of shit. Oh my god. Get out of here, Og. Oh, I don't even want to see your face. You destroy my pity and your garbage. That's so annoying. All I've been doing is hitting Pity Break City lately. It sucks. We'll do the green here, just because why not, right? It's like possibly 40 Dragon Flowers for 3 orbs. Our Pity's already destroyed anyway, so not like I'm losing much. Oh, nope, it's Baruka. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh. We're already at 30. Okay, let's see if Ordinary Cheese Wizard can bring some luck. What's the best Starburst, Skittles, Jolly Rancher flavor? Are there any words you think sound really cool? What are your favorite cone beanie snacks or meals? Do you have a favorite bug? Okay, so it's some interesting questions. When it comes to like Starburst, Skittles, Jolly Ranchers, my favorite flavor is watermelon. That's not always available though. I don't know if there is a watermelon Starburst, but it's not very common. And same with Skittles. But so if not watermelon, I like cherry a lot, but watermelon's like by far my favorite. Like if there's watermelon, I'm getting it. Any words I think that are cool? I can't really think any off the top of my head, so I'm gonna say no. Favorite konbini snacks or meals? So in Japan, they have these katsu sandwiches, and they were like $2, like $2.50, and they're like amazing sandwich. They're so good. Oh my god, they're so good. They're so crisp and like juicy, and like the katsu sauce is so on point. Like anytime like I was like, okay, I don't want to like actually think about getting lunch, I would just go to 7-Eleven and buy like a katsu sandwich, and it was so good. And then I told my friends about it, which was a mistake, because then we all knew the katsu sandwich was hella good, and we'd all try to get it, and then they'd run out of katsu sandwiches. So some advice: do not tell your friends when you find good food in Japan, because then they're gonna take it from you. And then lastly, do you have a favorite bug? My favorite bug is probably the praying mantis, just because like my favorite Pokemon is like Scizor, so like Scyther, Scizor. That's probably it. Other than that, not really. So I'll go praying mantis. They seem pretty cool. I think they like eat their like husbands though, which is kind of metal and scary at the same time. Merlinus. Come on, please. Just give me one of the units. Like, just give me one so I can spark the, like, I would love to just get Sharena and the Spark Emblem. That would be great. I'd be happy with that. I'd also love Lapis, but, you know, seeing how this is going, it's not going very well. We really can't afford to spend more orbs. Okay, let's see another question. This is from Chronakos. I don't want to ask about Faye. What is your favorite horror and or survival game? Personally, I love The Evil Within, and Tango Gameworks announced they're shutting down today, so that's where my head's currently at. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think survival and horror is just a dumb genre. I don't like it at all. I don't like survival horror games. I don't like survival horror movies. I just don't enjoy them in the slightest. So I don't have a favorite. I pretty much had like a girlfriend in middle school who was like really into horror games or horror movies, and she tried to get me into it. But the problem is that when I watch a movie, my brain just goes into analytical mode. And so all I think about is like, okay, they're trying to do this. They're trying to scare me now. They're going to do this next. Like, okay, obviously this is set up for that. And I just don't enjoy it. It's just dumb to me. I just don't enjoy it at all. So I don't play them. I don't really see the appeal in them either. But I know people love them, but they're not for me. Okay, oh my god. We are like at the last few summons, and we have gotten literally nothing but an August who is just poo-poo. So that completely sucks. We'll do this full circle. Hope we can get something. Just like anything, please. Please, I ask. Jeez. I'm gonna have to go back and count how many like banners have just gone like terribly wrong. Here's a question from Morocco Gal. If you were a Fire Emblem character, what would your personal skill be? So I'm very pessimistic, as you might have noticed. So I'm gonna say Nihility, because Nihility not only fits my personality, but it's broken, right? Like it's like probably one of the most broken skills ever added to any Fire Emblem game ever. Like we got half a Nihility and Fade and almost broke the game. So I'm gonna go with that. Also, you know, Ike has it and Ashera has it and Zelgius. So three of my favorite like characters. So I'll definitely go with that. Oh my god. I hate summoning so much. I hate summoning so much. Okay, we're going in. We are going to get Embla. Oh, what a shit summoning session. Jeez. Oh man. There she is. Yeah, I don't know. Like something about her art just seems like a little too soft. I know she's a bride and all, but I want like a more vicious bride. There she is. I think she's really cool though. Like actually I'm gonna put her for AR. Like she's really cool. I like that they upgraded her C slot. The only thing that, like, Beast Assault 4 is so cool, but we need Beast Assault 3 so we can fodder it better. And the other thing is, like, you probably can't run this because she's probably not your Gale Force Initiator on those teams, which means she has to run, like, Wings of Mercy 4, which is something, like, a little bit of a drawback, but not too big. Okay, and with that, that's going to be my summoning session. Unfortunately, it did not go very well. We did not really get anyone onto the way to the Spark, not one at all, which really is rough. But either way, we got Emblem, which was the goal, and we got to save as many orbs as possible because we do have Emblem Ike at the end of this month, and we are going hard on that banner. But now let's hear from you. How did your summoning session go? Who were you going for? Were you going for Embla for the meta choice? Were you just excited to see Sharena on a new banner? Or are you a Lapis simp like me? Either way, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section down below. So make sure to drop a comment telling me all about your plans for this banner. As always, I'd like to thank all my members for their constant support. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch y'all later with more Fire Emblem Heroes.